Okay, what's going on, guys? Your boy J Dog. We're back. UFC Abu Dhabi on Kalaya versus Guskov now. Um, yeah, we're gonna go through this card, get our picks. We slowly been doing better on picks. 2 weeks ago we went 7-7, and last week on the OKC card. We went 8-4, so hopefully we can only go up from here. And yeah, man, I'm like the worst predictor that I've seen in a long time. So hopefully we can turn that around here. Is all I'm trying to say. What was I gonna say? We're going off Tapology today. The UFC does not know how to update their website with fight changes, with like replacements, and with new fights. The thing's literally less than a week out, and they're not even updating it. So we're on Tapology today. We might stay with Tapology, honestly. I don't know, but yeah, we're gonna whoopsie. Oops. What the hell? Sorry, I'm tripping. Yeah. This card, it's not horrible. It's decent. I'm going it's gonna be in the morning for me, so I'm happy with that. I love the morning cards. Not the 1 a.m. morning cards, but the 7 a.m., 6 a.m. cards. This was at 6 a.m. Next week, Serbia is at 7 a.m. And so I like these morning cards, so I'm happy I'm getting them back to back, all right? But starting off the card, we are starting. Change my layout now. And there's so many ads. No ads. $2.99 a month. There is a lot of ads. Holy. All right. But the UFC can't update their website, so this is going to have to do for today. If we're going to stay here, maybe we got rid of the ads. Who knows? Anyways, starting off the card, Abdul Hassan versus Cody Gibson. I'm going to go with Abdul. Cody Gibson, he is very old. I don't think it'll tell me anything here, will it? Oh, here it will. I haven't been on here for a while. On Tapology for a minute. 38. He is old. 28. 10 years difference. Cody Gibson coming off that nasty loss in Vancouver that I saw. I saw him get slimed down in like 15 seconds, I'm pretty sure. So, what? Tell me right here. Oh, it doesn't tell me the times. That was 8 months ago? Damn. Yeah, but anyway, Abdul is also undefeated, I'm pretty sure. No, he's not. 15-2. But yeah, we're going to go with Abdul. Pretty clear, I feel like, here. And Cody Gibson's age, I just feel like it's not going to help him out. This fight, I am excited for. Nurello Aliev versus Mike Davis. I like Mike Davis, man. His last performance was very good. Looked really good. I think it's the guy who fought Chase Hooper this last weekend. Mitch Ramirez, yeah. And then had the loss to Fariz. But he's had wins since, and he beat Mason Jones. That's a good win. I remember that. He beat Mason Jones when he was 10-0. Nasty. But this guy is 11-0. He's 12-3, so this is going to be a really good scrap. But I'm going to go with Nurello. The problem is he did fight Shamrock in his last fight. He hasn't fought anyone good in the UFC so far. I think he's 3-0. But he fought Shamrock in his last fight, and his striking looked very, very good in that fight. So Mike Davis is a very good striker too, though. He got the Fariz CM loss, was caught up in the grappling, So this could be a good scrap on the feet. Well, it is going to be a good scrap on the feet, unless Aliev shoots a takedown. But yeah, I'm going to go with Nurello because I was very impressed with his striking in his last fight. I would not be mad if Mike Davis wins. If Mike Davis wins this, I'll be happy because I do want him to win, but I do think Aliev's going to win. It is what it is, brother. Brendan Ribeiro versus Magomed Tuchelov. I don't know, man. But we're gonna go with Magomed. Ribeiro's kind of just a can. Undefeated, you know. And his last losses are to Yakayev, Sai, and Murzakanov, which are all valid losses. They're all he was undefeated. He had one loss to Menafield, and he is undefeated. So they're undefeated guys. I remember this fight. He beat that guy. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, who knows? He could clutch it, but I feel like he's just a stepping stone for these guys. And he's making his UFC debut, so we're gonna see how good he really is, because he was only 6-0, not a lot of experience. But I'm gonna go with Magomed. I feel like he's gonna win this one. Next up, Ishmael Bonfim versus Axel Sosa. Dude, I'm so happy to see Axel Sosa fight, man. I think Axel Sosa is gonna fight. DC moment, dude. I think Sosa. I keep saying Sosa. Axel Sola, man. I think he's just gonna fight. No, I'm excited to see him come back after that fight with Mason Jones that he did lose. It's his only loss. 6 striker, man. I'm gonna go with Axel Sola to win this one. Bonfim, I think his last loss is to Padilla. That was his last loss. Yeah. Where he kind of got dropped and quit in that fight against Padilla. So, not a good look, where Sola was beat up, bloodied, and hurt at times, and he kept going with Mason Jones. So, he shows he's got heart. He shows his toughness. I'm going to go with Axel Sola to win this one by finish. I think he's going to finish Bonfim. Next up, Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Sam Patterson. What was his last loss? Lost to Rodriguez, but he beat Carlston Harris. But, yeah, not a good look. Obviously, Sam Patterson's coming off that MVP loss. But he is good. So I'm going to go with Sam Patterson to win this one. He's a better, slicker striker. But we obviously did not see that, in his last fight where he didn't do nothing. So I think he's going to be the slicker striker in this one. Ponzinibbio, isn't he older too? 39. Damn, I didn't know he was 39. I thought he was 39. So I'm going to go with Sam Patterson to win this one. Probably by finish, to be honest. Dustin Jacoby versus Mohammed Said. Mohammed is undefeated, 9-0. And Dustin Jacoby, his only losses, he has 9 of them, but his most recent losses are to ranked people. Menafield, Reyes. And then he beat Petrino, crazy fight. Lopez, nasty knockout. Beat Julius Walker. So, in the Julius Walker fight, he did get taken down, which isn't good. And, he did win the fight overall, but I don't know who Muhammad Said is. But if he's Dagestani, he's going to be a grappler possibly. And so Jacoby's got to stop that grappling. But I think on the feet, he's going to cook him. So I'm going to go with Dustin Jacoby to win this one. Yeah, he doesn't lose to bumps. And I'm going to play this clip right here that he doesn't lose to bums in the recap if he gets slimed out. But he doesn't lose to bums. He only loses to ranked guys at the time. And, yeah, I think he's going to get this one done by a finish, honestly. I'm going with Dustin Jacoby. Walter Walker, bro, versus Thomas Peterson. I don't know what the heck Thomas Peterson, why I said it like that. I'm going to go with Walter Walker. He did say he's done with grappling. He's done with that boring stuff. He's going to be fighting, striking in his next fight to put on a good fight, even though his heel hooks are entertaining regardless. But, Thomas Peterson just beat Gurul and Pat, who, his boy, Steven Aspin's fighting next. But lost to Petrino by that uppercut. Shamil Gaziev beat Mays, beat Usman. So his last three wins are bums, and his 2 losses are to good people. But they both beat Tontel Mays. He beat Kennedy. Kennedy was a good win. Louis Sutherland, I think, was short notice, right? But Yeah, Kennedy's a good win, to be honest, I feel like. And I do think he has the grappling edge in here. I do think he's going to grapple. I think he's lying about wanting to strike. I think if it opens up the opportunity, he's going to shoot the takedown. And I think he's going to heel hook Thomas Peterson, honestly. I think he gets the heel hook. Because Thomas Peterson isn't high enough ranked level yet where the heel hook doesn't work. So I think he's going to heel hook Thomas Peterson, honestly. Go with Walter Walker by submission in the first round by heel hook. That's the pick. Abubakar Vagarev versus Saigid. I'm not gonna say that. Let's look at these. I didn't look at this fight. I didn't even know about this fight. So he's coming off a loss, a split decision to Nicholas Dalby. Oh, okay, I remember his fight. That was his debut in the UFC. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so he's won before that. Wow, 3 years. He took a 3-year break before coming to fight Nicholas Dalby. I remember this fight. Yeah, he lost that one. Don't know. Oh, this is his UFC debut. Sorry. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Nicholas Dalby isn't high level, man, and the fact he lost to him isn't good. He is the younger guy by 2 years. That's the only thing I'm seeing here. Same height. Almost the same record. Has 2 more wins, but 1 more loss. Damn. This one's going to be close, man. I did not do research on this fight. I didn't really know much about it. I think I'm going to go with Abubakar. I'm going to go with Abubakar. I don't remember his fight with Nicholas Dalby too much, man. I can't remember. Oh, crap. Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll look into it and edit here. But if I don't edit, I didn't look into it because I don't care. I'm going to go with Abubakar to win this one. Don't know much. Rizvan Guniev versus Tyrell Fortune. Guniev losing to Blades and then beating Almeida. Almeida was a free win. Blades, great fight for him. He looked really good in that one. Kuniev beat Marcin Tybura. I saw that one. That's when they named Marcin Tybura as the winner, and then they switched it over because they got it wrong. That was in Seattle. That was funny. Beat Marcin Tybura. Now, I'm rooting for Tyrell Fortune to win this one, but I am going to go with Rizvan Guniev. Rizvan Guniev looked really good in this fight against Blades. Coming in, fighting the top 5 guy right away he looked really good in that fight. And against Almeida sucked and looked really bad in that fight, but Guniev did look still good in that fight. And looking good against 2 top high-level heavyweights. That's really good. Fortune, he beat Tybura, but it was very grappling. Lots of grappling from him and not super impressive against Tybura. Like, D'Elia came in and knocked out Tybura. Tyrell Fortune went in and went to a decision, smudging him. So, I feel like it wasn't a great first look here for Fortune. So I am going to go with Guniev to win this one. But if Tyrell Fortune wins, I'm not going to be mad, man. I'll be happy. But I'm going for Rizvan Guniev. Damian Rezbecki versus Magomed Zayanukov. Both undefeated, I'm pretty sure. 10-0, 8-0. Obviously the experience is on the side of Damian, but I am gonna go with Magomed to win this fight. His Dana White Contender Series fight looked insane. Crazy output and very good striking. The only thing that makes me a little mad is, well, when was his last fight? Probably, 9 months ago? Okay, 9 months ago. But still, it took him 9 months to get into the cage, and he had all that hype around him being John Pork. And I know the memes are still going to go crazy this week. I know when he wins the fight, the memes are going to go crazy. And there's going to be memes crazy, yeah. So I know everything's going to come back regardless, but he had all that hype at the very beginning Literally, he stole the show at the UFC 322 press conference, and he wasn't even fighting. And I just feel like right now the John Pork like hype died down, but I know it's all gonna come back, and it's gonna be on a. It's gonna be everyone's gonna be excited to see him fight, and I am excited to see him fight. I just feel like 2 months ago I wasn't even thinking about this guy. Where months like 5, 8 months ago I was like, yo, this guy's sick. This guy's sick. I want to see him fight. But I'm excited for this fight. Let me just say that. I feel like the hype died down since it took him so long to get to the cage. But I do know the hype's going to come back, and he's going to put on a great performance here. I'm going with Magomed Zainukov, a.k.a. Wild Chonko, a.k.a. John Pork. Next fight, featured fight. Islam Dulatov versus Wellington Turman. Now, I'm going with Islam Dulatov. Easy setup. Crazy, this is the featured fight. John Pork honestly could have been here, to be honest. But, yeah. Okay, yeah. He had the Contender Series, and then he had his debut was 11 months ago. Wow, it was almost a year ago. That's crazy. Damn, that's crazy. This guy's coming back after 2 years and 7 months, where he is on a 3-fight lose streak. Lost to Petrosky, Randy Brown, fair enough, and Jared Gooden. Crazy. Yeah. Coming back after 2 years, 2.5 years basically. Islam Dulatov looked great in his last fight. So I feel like it's going to be an easy knockout for Islam Dulatov to win this one. So, yeah, easy win. Steve Ercik versus Ramazov Temirov. Temirov's coming back after popping for PEDs. Or popping for something, allegedly. Whatever he popped for. I don't know what it was. He's on a little win. Oh, wait. What the? Wait, what? He only has 2 fights in the UFC? I thought he beat Charles Johnson and got ranked, but I didn't know he only had 1 fight before that. Damn. That's crazy. Anyway, Ercik, man, he's coming back. Obviously, the 3 losses here. Beat Ode Osborne in a decision, not great, but then he had a fantastic fight against Tim Elliott, I'll be honest. I picked Tim Elliott to win that, and I was a little salty, but it was a great fight for Steve Ercik. He looked great out there. And I'm going to go with Steve Ercik to win this one. Because I think his striking is very good based off that last fight. And I think he's going to be able to sting Temirov in this fight. And there is a bit of bias that I don't want Temirov to win for what he has done cheating-wise. And so it's crazy he's coming back and getting a ranked fighter right away. But I'm going to go with Steve Ercik to win this one. I think his striking's slick. And he does have decent grappling. So if it gets there, we'll see what happens. But I'm going to go with Steve Ercik. And to top off the card, Magomed Ankalaev versus Bogdan Guskov. Listen. I was very sad when Magomed beat Alex Pereira. And I was very excited when Alex Pereira beat Ankalaev in the rematch. And Big Ank kind of died that night. No one was talking about it. He was just Magomed Ankalaev, right? But Big Ank's back. Big Ank's back, man. I'm going with Magomed Ankalaev to win this fight. He is very good. He is very good. His grappling is very good. And as we saw in that first Alex Pereira fight, his striking is very good. He's able to get in there, land his shots. The unfortunate thing is he is coming off that loss to Alex, so we don't know how good he is, where he's at right now. And it has been how many months? 9 months since that fight. So we'll see. Guskov's been out for a while too. 7 months with that Jan Blachowicz fight. Where it was 2-1 for Jan, but he got that 10-8 round Guskov, so that's why I went to a draw. And so that was a decent, he got that good round in there, that 10-8 round. Nikita Krylov, He did have to win against Modestas Bukauskas, but other than that, he's on a big downfall. He literally got chinned by who did he lose to right before this? He lost to Reyes right before this. Billy Elicana was short notice, who is a small light heavyweight kind of. Ryan Spann, not the greatest. I don't know Zach. I mean, I might pick Ryan Spann to beat Mario Pinto, so I can't say he's not the greatest. But look at his record, But Ankalaev, man, Johnny Walker. The Rakic wins good. The Per wins good. Johnny Walker win. It's Johnny Walker. But yeah, I'm going Magomed Ankalaev. I think his wrestling's gonna be a big factor here against Guskov. I don't think Guskov's gonna want to go to the ground at all with Magomed. And I think in the striking realm, I think Guskov might have the slight edge in the striking, but Magomed isn't a bum on his feet, to be honest. Alex Perez just made him look like a bum in the second fight, but in that first fight, he looked really good. And so I'm going to go Magomed Ankalaev to win this fight. Probably decision, but honestly, the fact it's short notice for Guskov, I could see a submission. Just the fact it's short notice and he's not fully prepared for Ankalaev this whole time. Yeah, I could see Ankalaev getting a submission. So, Big Ank is back. You guys, I'm going to be dropping a video later this week. Well, I guess in the next 2 days of my future champs that I want. And, yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that based with this fight on the screen. So, that's also why I'm picking. Wow, okay, I'm not trying to spoil nothing, but yeah. I'm going Magomed Ankalaev, man, to win this one. I have the UFC card here, but it's not fully updated, but well, I guess let me just go back to Tapology. I don't know why I got rid of it. All right, so picks for the card. Picks for the card. We're going to go with Abdul Hassan. We're going to go with Nurello Aliyev. We're going to go with Magomed. We're going to go with Axel Sola. We're going to go with Sam Patterson. We're going to go with Dustin Jacoby. We're going to go with Walter Walker. We're going to go with... This one I'm still undecided on. But I'm going to go with Abdul Bakar. I'm going to go with Rizvan Guniev to win this one. I'm going to go with Magomed Zainukov. I'm going to go with Islam Dulatov. I'm going to go with Steve Erceg. And I'm going to go with Magomed Ankalaev to win this one. Those are the picks for UFC Abu Dhabi, Ankalaev versus Guskov. Not a great card, but it's a decent one. I'd say I'm more excited for the Siberia card next week. But yeah, we're dropping a champ video. Not tier list. A champ video. In the next couple days, so make sure you watch out for that one. But that is the picks for this card. I appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be later this week. Couple days, man. Deuces.